Hello, everyone. My name is Royella. I am the main host of SSO ClubCon. The Q&A will be starting soon, and I hope you guys enjoy this whole event that we're putting on together as like a club thing. Technical difficulties. My Wi-Fi is kind of off and on, so I'm hoping that's gonna change. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoy. We're gonna get started now. Alright, so we're gonna get started. So we'll just go down the list. So first is Leah, then Knight, then Sadie. So we're gonna start off with number 1, which is, what is something do you love about Star Stable Online?
What I like about Star Stable, I simply love. I met my friends through Star Stable, and I'm really thankful for this. So that's the best thing about Star Stable.
I've met a lot of people through this game, and to say the least is, oh my god, my dogs. Um, Everyone that I've met, like through the past experiences, ups and downs and everything, they're still memories that I keep close to me. So people don't like really understand who you meet online because they can definitely be a part of your life more than anything. And it's just a blessing that I met so many amazing people on this game, and that's definitely what I love about it.
I'm also going to say the community. I think that we really have a special community here, and the people and the friends that always are there for me when I need it the most, and come to my club events or just general in.
Alright, and the second question is, what is your favorite Star Stable Online moment or memory?
My favorite Star Stable moment was for sure when I joined the first dressage club. It wasn't riding Comets, but it was the one that made me create this awesome community. And I met many friends there that are still my friends. So that's definitely the best moment.
Well, I have many, so I'm not going to list all of them. Um, but I made a lot of clubs in the past, and all of them had a lot of memorable moments to me. But I think just making SF last year was a really memorable moment to me. And just when I first started playing, I also remembered how I wanted to play this game really badly. So I think starting the game and definitely making
I had my first dressage lesson as a beginner, and I didn't know how awesome dressage is in game. So that has to be my favorite memory.
All right, and the third question I have is, how long have you been on Star Stable Online?
I have been on SSO for 1 year now. I joined it at the last year Christmas update.
I started way back in 2012 or 2013 and just been playing ever since.
I've been on for 5-6 years. I have a lot of alt accounts because I didn't know how emails worked. So yeah.
And what are some of your dream updates for Star Stable Online?
Okay, that's quite a long one. So what I want is more club stuff. For example, I was doing a little game with my club where they had to run and find treasures on the map. But I couldn't help them with that because I couldn't add something to the Star Stable map. So the first update that I would like, it would be something that the owners could add flags or something to the map to modify a bit Star Stable so that their club can enjoy it more together.
Well, I have a lot too. As Leah said, I would love to have more club stuff to put into it because I think it would be more organized in the game as we have it organized on Discord with our Discord servers. I also would love, like, I know they're making updated characters, which I'm super excited about. But I would love, like, to have, like, maybe blankets. That would be cool, and, like, decorate, like, your home stable more because I absolutely love our home stable and stuff like that.
All right, and what is your current favorite horse in Star Stable Online?
My favorite horse is the Jorvik Wild Horse for sure. Star Stable has improved so much when they created that one. The animations are so real. The character is not so stiff anymore, a thing that many players complained about. And I think that's the good way for Star Stable. Good job on the Jorvik.
Yeah, so I think the horse that I have right now is probably the chestnut Frisian. I absolutely love it so much. SSO sadly got a lot of and I think that they put a lot of work into it, knowing that they usually have like the same animations on some horses. I think that they did a really good job on the Jorvik Frisian, so that's definitely my favorite.
I'm going to agree with Leah. My favorite horse breed is definitely the Jorvik Wild Horse. Their coat colors, their animations, they're like cute little chubby bunnies running around, and that's just adorable. So I really like that.
And what is your favorite NPC currently in the game?
My favorite NPC is Anne because of her character mostly, like how she's acting. She's very similar to me. She likes having friends, but she's also kind of a loner. She's also really powerful and the leader type. So I really like her because she's similar to me.
I like all the soul riders and like all the NPCs, but I think that like I really like Alex for some reason because she's just I feel like she's really sweet and like she acts like me. So probably her, but then I like I like Jasper because he's just great. So I just like those two.
I really like Mrs. Holdsworth. She reminds me of my grandma, and I really love my grandma. So I think that might sound a bit cheesy, but yeah, she bakes pies and she's just a sweet old lady.
The next question is, what was your first ever horse you bought in Star Stable Online?
Oh god, I still remember my first horse was a black Generation 2 Tinker Irish Cob, and even though the Generation 3 was out, I didn't know about it. I was still a non-star rider, and I thought that only that shop between Moorland and Fort Pinta existed, so I chose the best horse there. That was a black Irish Cob for me.
I still remember actually the first horse that I ever got was it was at Crusty Arabian at Fir Grove. It was like the one with like it was like gray and it was shiny. And I still love it. It means a lot to me.
My first horse was the black English Thoroughbred Generation 2 you can get at Fort Pinta. I thought that horse was amazing. It was the only level 15 horse in my stable for 2 years. I didn't ride any other horses. So,
What is your favorite championship or race in the game?
My favorite championship is the Fort Pinta Championship. I remember that I used to hate that one because of the sea lions and all that hay bales and stuff. They were so annoying to me. But then I watched a shortcuts video on YouTube and I got the first place. So since then, that's my favorite championship.
My favorite championship is I really like the Valedale one. It seems pretty easy to me, unlike like for Grove and like New Hillcrest because they are super hard, and I always fail at them. Actually, sometimes they don't. Sometimes I get first place, but other than that, I usually fail them. My favorite race, people are gonna probably hate me for this, but I absolutely love the bunny race. I don't know why. It's challenging, and I like a little challenge in my life once in a while. And I'm actually sometimes pretty good at it. I have my bad days, but other than that, I'm actually really good at the bunny race. So that's why I actually really love it.
I'm a very lazy person, so the Moorland Championship is my favorite one because it's the easiest. It's the only one I remember, like the shortcuts. Well, if you could call them shortcuts. And for the race, it's also I'm lazy, so Steve's race. It's right outside my home stable. It's the only one I actually really do. So, yeah, that's my favorite.
What is currently your favorite place in Star Stable Online?
My favorite place is the Manor. So I simply love that place. It may be because of how it's described in the Star Stable books, and what is happening there. I'm not going to give any spoilers. That and also the fact that there are so many races near that place, and it's not actually in the center of Jorvik, but it's not that far from center. So that's my favorite place, and there is where I have my home stable.
Um, well, I always keep my home stable at Steve's or at Jorvik because that's usually like where I am most of the time. I always go to Riding Hall in Yorvik, and I feel like that the trailers there, it's really easy to get to, and like you can get to a lot of races there. And I know that I'm cringy because I literally picked like a staple that's been there literally forever, in an area that's been there forever. But I absolutely love like Steve's farm. I just love like how it's set up, and yeah, I just like how Steve is there and you can do his race and like the main styles are still there that you can like change your horse's mane really quickly. And like you can get from like to the bunny race and to Will's Mill fairly quickly. So yeah, I just love Steve's for some reason.
My favorite place would be the Greendale, like the forest area. It kind of has this magical atmosphere to it, and I really enjoy doing the race there. So it's very beautiful, especially it's not one of the new or updated areas in Star Stable. It's just generally really pretty.
What was your favorite update that's ever been added to Star Stable Online?
Okay, well, I know my favorite update day. It's that day when Ayla and Umbra were added to Star Stable, and also when the Soul Riding came out. I cannot choose an update between these two, but they happened in the same day, so I guess that day.
I actually have like many updates that I love. But I really loved when the new home stables came out a long time ago. I feel like that was a big upgrade. And then I also really loved when the Jorvik Wilds came out. I love them, and Wildwoods. I love all those three. I think those were like my three favorite.
Well, if I'm only thinking about this year because I can't really remember the other years, it's between the Wildwoods area and the updated Frisians because I don't have a Frisian in my home stable. I've never owned one. So I was very excited. Like I remember sitting at my computer just waiting for the update because I was so excited to finally get my first Frisian. So yeah, that's my favorite update.
How have friends in Star Stable Online changed your life?
Okay, well, first of all, I think it's easier to talk to online friends because they cannot judge you. And if they do, there's nothing else they can do. They cannot come to you, they cannot laugh at you, so you're safe. And that helped me make friends online. And then those people acted like friends, so they helped me through hard times. They helped me with club. So yeah, that kind of stuff. I really appreciate my SSO friends.
Exactly what Leah said. Like the friends that you meet online, they can judge you, but it won't make a difference as when someone's staring at you like at school and they can have a look on their face that they're judging you, or like you overthink and you think that they're judging you. And I think definitely the people that I have online have impacted my life in so many positive and a little bit of negative ways because I've lost friends in the past and it's been a winding road this year and many years in the past of the friendships that I've made. But I think that the people online that you meet, you call them and then you have stuff in common and then you absolutely sometimes instantly connect with the person or people that you have a group with. And I think that clubs are definitely something that shows that online friends are not just robots across the screen. They're not just like old men. They're living, breathing beings. And it's not something that parents will maybe or not understand, because my dad doesn't understand like why I'm on here so much and why I talk to these fake people, because they're definitely not fake. They're never going to be fake in my eyes, because I've made so many amazing memories and so many gifts, and I've met so many amazing people in this game, and I just think that they have changed my life in so many positive ways.
Well, I know for me, I have an Instagram. Well, I made an SSO friend over Instagram, and I was really struggling about what I'm studying at university. I was unsure about, am I heading in the right direction? Am I doing the right thing? And I found out that she actually studied at the same university. She already finished the course. So I could talk to her and she could tell me all the negative and the good things about it. So it really calmed my anxiety down, because I'm an overthinker. I overthink anything in life. So it has been such a help just talking to her and getting to know her and her opinion about the stuff. And now I know I'm studying the right thing. I know in my heart that I'm doing the right thing. So I'm so thankful for that.
All right, and now time for like the kind of difficult one, which is, what do you think are some tips for being successful or becoming successful?
Successful is a strong word. I think what describes us is liked/loved/supported. And my honest advice is to be yourself, because if people love you for what you are not, then it's going to be hard for you to keep pretending. So what we did is just to be ourselves and show people who we are, like the true us, and they liked who we are, and that made us riding Comets.
I don't know if you're talking about like successful for a club or who you are, but I'm just gonna probably do both. As what Leah said, as a person, you want to be who you are and not act as someone different, because people online and people in real life want to get to know you, and they just want to see the real you and not someone that you're not. And you just have to keep going and say to yourself that I'm going to try and be successful. I'm going to try and live up to my moments and just keep going, because I want to achieve something and I want to be successful. And even if you aren't, there's still always a chance to be yourself. And you always should be yourself. Like, you shouldn't ever act like you're not that person, because you're who you are. And I think that's definitely what made me successful with SF, and definitely brought me to my reaching point, is that I acted like myself, and I'm being myself. I'm being the funny person I am. I'm being the annoying person I am. I'm being the kindest person I can be to the people that have definitely changed my life. And I'm just living up to anything that I can with being successful.
I think we all identify success in our own way. Some identify it as being a successful club owner or starting a YouTube channel. So I really think it's a personal thing. For me, I really want to get better at drawing, especially portraits. So in that case, I would say that to practice more, to practice anatomy, to do different studies. So you really need to look at how success needs to be implemented in your life. And that is the only way you can really reach your own definition of success.
All right, for the last two questions, we're going to go in opposite order. So it'll be Sadie, Knight, and then Leah. So the first question out of those two is, what are your New Year's resolutions?
I don't like saying the word like New Year's resolutions, because I don't ever do them. But if I have to be like really, I don't know how to say it in English, but I want to start running this year. I was always an athlete at school and I stopped, and I'm so sad about that. Like, it's really been bugging me, especially with COVID and everything. I just dropped all those personal goals. So I really want to start with that again this year, and that is my New Year's resolution.
Well, I don't really have a lot, but I know that it's really crazy to say like New Year's because it's the first day of like 2021 and like a new chapter is opening up for so many people around the world. Since I know this year has been so difficult and so hard for so many, it's also been such a blessing and such a memorable year that obviously we can't get back, and we're going to remember this year for the rest of our lives and tell tales about it and tell stories about what happened, like positive and negative things about this year. But I do definitely want to start taking care of myself more and being better to myself and being a better person to direct my club and being just whoever I can be this year, because it's put me downhill a lot this year. Oh my God, in 2020. And I just want to be able to succeed more because I do feel like I haven't done enough. But at the same time, I've done more than enough for anybody. And to the people that I've met this year, I know that I've done so much things for them and for my family. I just want to make sure that I'm a better family member in real life and a better club owner this year and come up with more ideas and succeed more in school and just all over be the best person that I can be this year.
I want to be myself. I want to start thinking more about myself and show people who I really am and start saying no and show them that I have feelings too and that I can make my own choice. I don't need them to do choices for me. So that's pretty much it.
All right, and the very last question is, what are your goals for 2021?
I really want to work and improve my videos for my YouTube channel. I really want to reach, I want to deserve 1,000 subscribers. So I have a few things in mind, and I've really been struggling with the ideas and just struggling with the editing and feeling that I'm not good enough. So I really just want to get past that negative mindset and put everything I can do into that, because I know it means so much to me to do the videos and I enjoy that. So I want to move past all the negative things behind it and just look forward at reaching my goal.
Before I go into mine, Sadie, I do think you deserve it, all of it. And I do think that you reach your goal this year of whatever you achieve. So just wait, and the moment will definitely come for you because you do.
Thank you so much, Grace. I really appreciate it.
Of course. I already said some of my goals, but I do want to have better grades in school for my personal life and stuff like that, and probably open up to my in real life friends more because they mean so much to me, and definitely just hang out with my family more because it's been a hard year for them as well, and I probably just put it on myself. And I just basically want to keep succeeding and hopefully make sure that everyone is loved and they're taking care of themselves, because I absolutely love caring for others online or not. I absolutely just love putting them at the center of everything instead of myself, and I feel like I need to put myself forward more. So that's definitely something that I will work on for myself.
Okay, so for myself first, I would really like to do my best in everything. If there's anything I can do today, then I do it today, not tomorrow. I want to do my best in everything that I do, and if I know I cannot, then better do something else that I can and makes me happy. And as a club, I would like to keep going, keep growing as a family, and be as loving as we were last year.
All right, and that is all the questions I have. Thank you guys so much for working with us on this, and I guess we'll see you guys at the meet and greets later on.
You're welcome. Thank you, Royal.
Thank you so much, Royal.
Thank you.
Alright, thank you all so much for watching this live stream. We will be back in about 15 to 20 minutes for our next group. Feel free to stick around or do whatever. We're going to be back in a couple minutes. Hi everyone, welcome to the second Q&A of day 1. We're gonna get started and we have all 4 special guests today. So we have the owner of Royal Riders Company, the owner of Nightwings Nation, 3 owners from Spring Roses and Max Kingmoon. So we're gonna get started and I hope you all enjoy and I hope you all are excited as I am. Alright, my first question is, what is something you love about Star Stable Online?
All right, so I mean, there's a lot about Star Stable that I like. I'm on the older side, I'm 21, so I guess I've grown out of a lot, but I really love clubs and the people you meet. Maybe a basic answer, but I think it's
Alright, so the next question is, what is your favorite place in Star Stable Online?
do you want me to answer it or should Bambi do it?
So everyone's gonna answer the same question. I had some connection issues, so I didn't realize only one person answered it.
Oh, all right, I see. But do you want me to answer that question and then we'll move forward with the list, or should we stay on the last question?
You can answer this question.
All right. Sorry, could you repeat it?
Yeah, so what is your favorite place in Star Stable Online?
Oh, I would probably say the riding hall since I'm a dressage freak.
All right, so I'll probably say also the riding hall because of dressage, but me and my club were mostly located at the Jorvik Arena, so probably this place. And if it's not something that has to do with the club, I'll say White Woods because it's such a beautiful place. I love how they managed this.
Yes, I think I like the Golden Hills Valley. I like all the colors and I like autumn, so I think that's the place for me.
I would say my favorite place is probably Starshine, because in the club we do a lot of like cross country, dressage, and show jumping. So for me, a break is Western. So yeah, that's why.
Personally, it's really hard to choose one specific place in SSO because I have so many. But if I'd had to choose, it would be Leonardo's ice cream shop. I don't know why that place just is just very satisfying to me. Yeah.
New, so yeah.
All right, and the next question I have is, how have friends in Star Stable Online changed your life?
Well, yeah, Friends in Star Stable has really changed my life. I started playing way, way back in 2011, and I used to be quite, I wasn't shy, but I always felt like I had to be the kind of person that people would like and act in a certain way. And I had a really hard time finding myself. But then having friends and learning that people come and go and it's okay and you don't need to, you don't need to be someone or like those around you. You can just be yourself. And that way you'll find way greater friends. So it has given me a lot of confidence, I would say.
Yeah, basically same here because I didn't even know what clubs were, and I did stuff, and I just get feedback that I can't get from other people, like in that way.
I think Star Stable friends have changed my life in a good way. They have given me a lot of joy and happiness, and yeah, making times easier sometimes. Always having someone by my side, and also what Alva said, that learning that people come and go and that it's okay. Yeah.
Well, I would say what has changed my life about SSO is definitely the club, like having a family online that you can go to if something is wrong. And I'm not a very outgoing person, so for me, it's very safe and sound to the computer, but still having someone to share your life with and your ups and downs and everything. That makes it worth everything.
Accepting, at least from what I've seen, and it like made my life a whole lot better, like having these people be my friends.
I would say what Alva said. that the friends I've made have really helped me grow as a person and also helped me learn things. And I started to play SSO when I was really young too, so I was really childish and didn't know anything, and the internet was quite scary. So I also learned that you can't always trust anyone in the game too. So I would say that I have made friends for life.
All right, and what made you want to start Star Stable Online?
Such a hard question. I actually don't remember. I think that one of my friends were playing, and she was 1 year older than me, so I thought that she was so cool. And I remember creating my account, and she was sitting beside me, and I was I was running my horse into walls. I still do, but I really couldn't steer. And she was basically screaming at me, but I still stuck through, and I'm glad I did because I really enjoyed the game.
Well, for me, that's kind of a funny thing to answer because I had to practice math a lot back then. And my father told me if I practiced that much, like some kind of 3 hours or something, I'm allowed to download a game on my computer. And I wanted to download Riding Out. That's a game in its beta version, and it has never been developed any further. But since I am and was playing on a MacBook, I couldn't download this game. So I randomly decided to download Star Stable because I wanted to claim some reward for my hard work.
Yeah, I wanted to play Star Stable because when I was little, I was a crazy horse girl. I wanted everything with horses. So I found a game that was the most realistic that I've ever played. Because, well, there are a lot of horse games, but this one, like, you could ride your horse everywhere. I was very amazed over that, so that's why I wanted to play Star Stable Online.
I'm a horse person by blood. I love everything with a horse on, in it, anything. So it was very natural for me to find this game. What I didn't know was how big a platform it was, and I loved how realistic it was. And when I finally found the club side of it, I fell in love, and I haven't stopped playing since.
I honestly do not remember how or why I started playing Star Stable, but I might have an idea because I used to play horse a lot, the internet, and I assume I saw an ad and I started playing, and then I stopped for a while, and then I made another account, and then I couldn't stop playing ever since.
I don't remember too why I started playing, but I think it was I saw like an ad, like the trailer. I think it's in Swedish though. I don't remember, but so that's how I started, and then I tried to make my best friend start too, but she didn't want to, so I took her account, kind of.
All right, so I'm gonna start asking like some club questions. So the first one is, when did you start your club and why?
All right. So I own Spring Roses, and I've been owning clubs for years by now, but I wanted to make something new, something that wasn't something that was already out. So long story short, Spring Roses is a club with a shared ownership, which means that everyone owns the club. So Elvis and Vilma, who's in the call, they're also from Spring Roses, so they might, I guess they're gonna have the same answer. But yeah, I wanted to make something new, and I felt like I had the experience to make something that would really work. And so far it has. 2 years going strong. So yeah, I guess that's my answer.
Well, when I started owning Nightwings Nation, I had no owner experience at all. I had no idea how to lead a club, on what stuff I had to focus on and stuff. But I was in a kind of big or famous club before, on the German servers. It was called Dark Projectors Nation, and there were many things going wrong in that club, and there were a lot of hate and bad vibes. And I mean, I was very young back then, so I can't tell what my exact intentions were with owning a club. But a good real life friend of mine started playing, and we wanted to create a Icelandic horse club that also does dressage. So that's why our club horse is still the Icelandic. And yeah, it was basically for some reason, create a club that does not have to deal with any fight problems, and a club that does not have to do anything with doing bad remarks to other people and stuff. So we just wanted to create some kind of good vibe club.
Yeah, I didn't help start the club. I joined this year, or no, the previous year. But I can tell that when I joined Spring Roses, it was quite an experience. Everyone are very social and happy, and caring. So it was really fun, and I really like the shared ownership. I love helping the club out, doing different jobs. So it's really a new and good way of having a club.
Yeah, I own a Royal Riders Company, and it was made in March 2018 by me. We, on the other side, don't have shared ownership. It's only me and my leaders that are helping me and my members. The reason I started the club was because I needed an active club and I needed a few friends to play with. I was getting bored doing things alone. And I made a club, and a few came and went. And all of a sudden, people started staying. My creativity just went out of the sky with events and everything we do. And it grew, and I'm very proud of it. Yeah.
I guess it's me then. I didn't help Alva start the club either. I joined last year. But what made me apply to the club was because it was so different from the rest of the Swedish clubs in the game. And as Elvis said, I like the shared ownership and that like every member has its own kind of job in the club and helps it put together, kind of.
My next question is, what do you wish was different about the SSO club community or clubs in general?
I guess that's a hard question. I used to think that there's a lot of rivalry or that you have to compete against other clubs, but I don't know. I think that it has kind of changed lately, that people are quite friendly and comment on each other's Instagram posts. So I don't really have anything that I think needs to change. I guess there's been a lot of people copying us, small and big clubs, and that's all right. But as long as you ask, and sometimes people, just take something without asking, and then when you confront them, they get defensive and say that they didn't do it, even if it's quite clear that they did. And that's just kind of awkward. So yeah, I guess that, if anything. But I'm quite happy. I don't have anything to complain about.
Well, first of all, I think it's definitely absolutely insane how the club community changed over the past years, because if we just take a look at the effect of dressage, I mean, the standards of dressage went all the way up. It's like crazy, and that's also a thing that became something to compete against other clubs, and something maybe we've gotten a lot of messages about what we think about copying dressage moves and stuff. And that's a really hard thing, because you put effort into creating new moves and you can't claim a certain move. It's like, it's you you can't claim a move. Like, so I think the fact that clubs are competing against each other a lot is still there, especially here in Germany. I didn't notice that this went down or anything, but that clubs are a lot friendlier to each other. That's definitely gotten better.
I don't think I have anything to say to this, actually.
Okay, then. Well, for Royal Rider's side, I would say that what I wish was different would be that it was more a bigger part of the game. You would have a notice board where you could advertise instead of using global, where not many people always are. What I think the club community that is special is like when people define their club, what do they want, what part do they want to be a part of? Like, is it a mature club, is it an active club or a semi-active, is it a type of event, is it competitions? I absolutely love that, and my members do too. Sadly, we're on a server where there are not many big clubs at the moment. There was back in the days. So we're still building up again, but we have a great team of clubs right now that works together, and we are trying to put events up together also. So we have a united place on SpringStar where everyone feels welcome, also the clubless. So yeah, I think that's a great part.
I need to pass. I don't know how to answer that.
The next question is, what is it that inspires you to keep going in terms of running your club?
Well, since we have a shared kind of ownership, everything goes quite smoothly, I would say. But I guess what keeps us going, if anything happens, is just the friendship that we have formed together. And it's really flattering when people come and tell you that the club has somehow helped them in their life, or maybe saved their life, or made them feel loved and appreciated. So that's what's the most important for me, and what keeps me going.
Yeah, actually, same here, because especially in 2020, I noticed how many people in Nightwings Nation grew together, and also many people met up in real life and had a great time, and just seeing that just makes me happy. Also, right now, there are two of my club leaders meeting up, and they're actually watching this stream, so hi to you guys. And yeah, that just makes me feel very happy to go into school in the morning, and I check my phone and I just see people supporting each other. And I mean, everybody has to deal with anxiety, has to deal with self issues and the confidence issues, and seeing that just a simple horse game club can help or change stuff like that is something that makes me really proud. And yeah, that's just, I mean, that's the best reason to keep going, doing something.
The reason I want to stay in Spring Roses is because of our beautiful friendship we have. It's really like a family, and I can agree with you, Bambi, with the 2020 coronavirus and everything. The club have helped me a lot. And it's just so nice to wake up in the morning and say good morning to the club and chatting with them and doing a lot of fun things, especially that is online, have helped a lot because, well, now you can't meet anyone. So that's why I want to stay in Spring Roses.
The reason why I keep Royal Riders Company going is definitely a big part of it for me is like seeing my members grow. I believe in throwing them out in the deep water, supporting them, and seeing them evolve skills that they didn't even think they could have or even dream about. That's like the biggest reason for me to even play the game sometimes. And for myself, it's also about evolving the leadership skills, seeing things, taking the communication to a higher level, and having the friends that always support you, like the rest of the people say. It's the family part of it, always having someone to go to.
Personal, I think. So yeah.
All right, we're gonna get back into some normal questions. So, what are some of your dream updates for Star Stable Online?
Well, I would like a riding house where you can place out poles and your own jumps and maybe some cones for dressage. I know that a lot of people have that wish. Our survey is currently very, very flooded. So I would also appreciate a ignore all button or everyone besides the club. It would be very nice to have everywhere.
I guess ideas or update ideas for the game, there are just so many, and I can't even point them out all. There haven't been an update on clubs ever since they came into the game, and I personally think that clubs are like the thing that have the biggest impact on Star Stable. So why not add stuff to this? And I guess there has been a spoiler that they want to work on the clubs and add more features or whatever. But yeah, there are many other wishes I have, but I guess the most important one is this about the clubs. Maybe some club tag you can like personalize for your own club or something.
Yeah, I would also like a riding hall, but with proper measures. So we don't have to have our invisible wall when we are doing dressage and things. And then I would really like our characters to be updated. They have a lot of things to do with our characters and our character animations. So that's what I want right now.
To say something else beside the riding hall, which I agree on, we really need with good measurements. I would love to see show jumping hall staying or outside the races. I have a hard time doing show jumping lessons or events because I have from there with the measurements and also for the paddocks around the map to be used.
I think that there are so many like updates that could have such a big opportunity for the game. Like Bambi said, club updates. Definitely. I want that. That's necessary. Clubs are a big part of SSO. It's mainly what keeps the game alive right now. So I think that it's important to update clubs. Also races. Races are so important. We do that stuff every single day. And I really want like I want there to be variety in races more, and it should be harder. Like I can just do races while watching YouTube and it's so boring. I want there to be more to it. Also what I really want is updated characters. I know that they're working on it and we're hopefully getting them this year, which is great. Um yeah, I think that's mainly it for my updates that I want.
We need updated characters. That's like the characters is so big in the game and they haven't like.
All right, the next question is, what is your favorite horse in Star Stable Online?
Well, I have a hate-love relationship with my starter horse. I named it Anti-Potential to kind of represent how I feel for it. I don't ride it too often. I like other horses as well. But I guess if I have to be honest, it has a special place in my heart, my dear Anti-Potential. So yeah, I guess the starter horse or the Frisian. I really like it.
Well, after the Jorvik wild horses came out, I really fell in love with them because I've never expected Star Stable to bring out or release a horse that is like absolutely perfect with every gait and every animation. And I'm so in love with these horses because I mean there's nothing I can complain about with these horses. And I also kind of figured out to love the Frisians because I also was some kind of disappointed at first, but I now see the similarities to a realistic Frisian and the real gaits of a Frisian horse, and I really love how they look when doing dressage with the club. So yeah, basically I'd say the Jorvik was first, then the Frisian, and a horse that will never leave the place in my heart is just the Icelandic because
Why,
it's
but
so cute,
two
so
just have
fucking
a special
cute.
place in my heart, and I like their model too. They're very simple, but I really like the new Frisians. But my starter horse, he has a special place.
For me, my favorite horse would be the new quarter, the updated one. I just think that SSO nailed it with that one. The personality, the colors, everything. And if I have to choose something else, that would be my starter or the Jorvik Warmblood. I don't know what it is. There's something about it that's cute. It doesn't have to be realistic or good at anything. It just has to be there. I own every single one of them and I love them very dearly. So yeah.
I have so many favorite horse breeds. Like there's so many and they keep changing all the time, but my all-time favorite is still the Generation 2 American Quarter Horse and American Paint horses. I think they're so cute and their running animation is my absolute favorite. Some of my other favorite breeds are the Norse Swedish horses, the Tinkers, um and the new Frisians and the English Thoroughbreds. They're great. I love them. The new English Thoroughbreds.
Max said, I have so many favorite horse breeds, but if I had to choose one, I have to choose my starter horse because he's a special boy.
All right, and the last question I have is, what are your goals for 2021?
Well, my personal goals are to not stop putting up goals for myself, because it's easy to just, put up a New Year's resolution and then kind of let go of it. But it's important to always try to work on yourself. And for the club, I want to keep it stable, and I think it's really fun when we put up dressage movies or clips. So I think I want to keep doing that. We put in a lot of work collecting dressage moves. I think we have about 200 of them. And we just released our first dressage basic moves, which was greatly appreciated. So I guess I would like to keep posting some of them, maybe. Yeah.
All right. When it comes to myself, I definitely want to finish off school, and I hope I don't fail. And when it comes to the club, I hope Corona will pass, and I will finally will be able to meet all my members, because I actually really looked forward to meet them the last year in 2020, but that obviously didn't work out because of Corona. And we actually also want to finish our Christmas video. We couldn't do this or last year, this Christmas, because of these insane lags we have in Star Stable at the moment. So yeah, but I also don't do like big lists and stuff, because you can never know what happens, and it's all, for me, it's always the best to just see and wait what's coming up.
My personal, I think it is to not stop myself from evolving. I want to be the best person that I can be, and I want to get better and better. And yeah, do good in school and all that. And in Star Stable, I think it will be just to keep going and be with my friends in my club and help so we can have our great friendship together.
Me personally, a goal is definitely to improve my health, my mental health, and my physical health. I want to be the best leader I can be for my members and for the club. I just wish for growth and doing more of what we do, share the royal spirit we all have in us, do some more YouTube to show off what we can do, meet more clubs, and yeah, doing things like this, for example. Yeah.
For me, honestly, every single year is usually the same. I want to keep becoming a better person, and I want to try to learn from my mistakes. Yeah, just become a better person in general and keep doing what I'm good at, keep doing what I enjoy doing. Don't stop for anything. And in terms of YouTube, I'm hoping to get my channel monetized because that's an option for me now. And I'm hoping to see my channel grow a bit more, have more fun, both with other YouTubers because I want to do more interactions with other YouTubers, and also more with my, I don't like using the words fans, actions with the people who enjoy my videos, because I think that that's really important, and I see that it lacks a lot in this community.
Me
Yeah, I think that's
personally, I
mainly it for me.
think that I just need to keep going and take every day as it's coming. Kind of, I don't really have a goal. And club-wise, it would probably be like help more and be more supportive to all the members.
All right, that is all the questions I have. Thank you all for being here and working with us. And I guess we'll see you guys later on for meet and greets.
Thank you. Goodbye.
Thank you so much. Bye.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you. Goodbye.
Hey everyone, thank you all for sticking around. We are getting ready for our last group of Q&A for day 1. After the Q&A, we will be moving on to meet and greets, which start at 12 p.m. Pacific time till 2:30 p.m. Pacific time, and then we'll be doing performances from 3 p.m. to 7:30 p.m. Pacific time. So we're getting ready for our last group. Feel free to stick around, and we'll be ready in a second. All right, hello everyone. We're gonna get started with our last Q&A for day 1. Here today I have the owner and co-owner of Fox Dukes, the owner of Royal Flowers, and the owners of Royal Dove's Legacy. I hope you guys are enjoying the streams as much as I am. So we're gonna get started now. Alright, the first question I have is, what are your club's goals for 2021?
Okay, so for us, RDL, our club goals for 2021 is mainly to become closer with all of our members and to really create like a family within our club. We also would like to focus on becoming more like professional and like finding new ways to do things and working together as a team mostly and helping each other achieve newer goals, smaller goals, bigger goals, and yeah, that's for us.
I'm the other owner of Royal Dove's Legacy. So basically, Ivy has already said the goals for our club, but we are also trying to focus on adding more fun events on our fun days on the calendar, and just overall, we want to work on becoming just a little bit more active. And yeah, just working on becoming like such a cool club in 2021.
So basically, our ideas for 2021 in Fox Dukes is to originally get better at our dressage, hopefully, and just as Cherry said, like it's kind of similar, just get to know our members a bit better, since we really like to get to know our members, and possibly have some more open events, some more fun events, and just try and work on our like being in sync in dressage, and hopefully getting to know more people in the community.
So I co-own Fox Dukes, and I think the thing I want to achieve most in Fox Dukes is to maybe get to like 2K on Instagram and just like bond with the members a bit more. Yeah.
Our club goals for 2021 would be to participate in more dressage competitions and maybe even host a few ourselves. I am also trying to be more organized to avoid getting overstressed and just to avoid chaos. And I think our last club goal would be to grow closer to each other and maybe even meet each other in real life if the pandemic allows us to.
My next question is, what is the best thing about your club?
Okay, well, for me, it's definitely all of our members. We have such an amazing little bunch of members, and every single one of them is so different. They have such big personalities. They mean literally the world to me. And I think it's there because we're all so unique, it just brings us together even closer. So I'm really grateful to have such a close bond with each member, or as many as possible. So yeah, it's definitely the member and the bond between all of us.
For me, definitely the members. They're really nice. But we do very good liberty and dressage in the club. And I just happen to be the Liberty instructor, and I very much enjoy that because everyone listens so well and we all just work together greatly while doing Liberty.
My favourite thing probably about the club is everyone's sense of humour. Like, we can all make a joke, and it's just fun to be around everyone. Like, everyone's really, like, playful, and it's just, I feel comfortable with everyone, which is probably the favourite thing about the club. And, like, you can tell when a member's gonna be loyal and stay, and, like, you can really get to know them, and just the fact that everyone just trusts each other and gets along so well.
Yeah, for me it would definitely be the members. Everyone's like so kind and supportive, and we're a bit strange. But we're the best of friends, and yeah.
I think the best thing about Royal Flowers is that we're always there for each other. If someone is upset or something happened to them, we all just step in to help the person. We're not just a group that does dressage on a horse game. We really deeply care for each other, and we also play a lot of fun games like Minecraft or Roblox, so we don't just limit ourselves to doing dressage.
What makes your club so unique and different from the other clubs?
Okay, so in my opinion, the reason why I think what makes RDL unique from all the other clubs is once again our members, how all of everyone's personalities, um, the definitely the teamwork, and we again as oh sorry so yeah, definitely for me it's everyone's humor and personality, and I the way we do things is different, some different ways, like a Liberty, we made our own RDL Liberty, and I think that's really good and important because then we all have a special thing to work on, and it's just unique for us. So there's a few different things, but I think there are main ones.
I think the thing that makes us stand out as a club is our big, beautiful blue uniform that everyone just sees whenever they see a big line of blue jumpered little people on horses in the dressage hall. They'll be like, right, that's Royal Dust Legacy. And yeah, I've really come to like our uniform, and I find myself wearing it outside of club events. And yeah, I also think it's the fact that we also just work so well together in dressage, because usually everyone sees us curling perfectly, and it's just all really good.
The thing that probably makes Fox Dukes most unique is our uniform, since we have our chestnut English thoroughbred and our navy uniform, which is quite unique. I don't think I've ever seen any of the clubs that do that. But also just how we don't just do dressage to be good and look good at it. It's just have fun. We make up our own moves sometimes. We just love having fun with each other, just messing around, doing just a few occasional like all-nighters or something, just having fun with each other. And just how crazy we all are just kind of makes us seem like a really welcoming club that people like to go and talk to for a day, like to come and see how we are. It's just quite nice to know that we're the only Fox Dukes, and it makes us feel very special as well.
I'd say we stand out like the theme, like they always see us like on the chestnut English thoroughbreds and things. We also do a lot for horse and pony rights. I feel like that stands out a lot, and the members are just really kind to everyone else in the community. We've never had much drama, and
think the thing what really makes us unique is don't make any sense, but they are really funny to us. And another thing is that our uniform is really, really bright pink, and that really makes us stand out, I think.
During the start of your club, what are some struggles that you faced? Now that your club has grown, what are the struggles that you face now?
Okay, so when I first started RDL, I had a really big problem with getting actual members joining. I didn't know how to do I wasn't sure of the whole Instagram and applications. So definitely getting members, getting active members. And I was still new to.
At the beginning, I also remember we didn't really feel ourselves in our uniform. We just kind of felt it was a bit off topic for Royal Dove's Legacy. It was a nice outfit, but it just didn't go with our theme. So we went through kind of a journey trying to change it and come up with a good idea. But now we're perfectly happy with our uniform. We searched for months all over Star Stable to try find it. But and then we got this. So that's I think 3 months of searching, and we finally have our big blue amazing uniform.
I think the thing Fox Dukes really struggled with at first was my lack of motivation when I felt like we were shrinking, or for example, when I was trying to find members and people would just join, they'd leave the next day, make me feel quite worthless. But now we found our people that we know they won't leave. We know that we trust them so much and we all just get along so well. And finding our theme as well. At first we had an orange uniform, but I feel like this just suits us so much more. And what I probably struggle with now is remembering people say they can't come to an event because there's 21 of us, so my brain can't hold that much at once. So I have to try and remember that, which is probably the hardest bit. But activeness isn't really an issue right now considering we break. But I think, yeah, I probably will struggle with activeness most and remembering when to do things.
We weren't that active, and also the theme. That took quite a while to find the right theme, but we've definitely found a good one now.
In the beginning of Royal Flowers, I really focused on numbers instead of creating a family. I didn't even know that it was an option to grow so close to people you meet online. But once I discovered that you can really bond with people online, I stopped focusing on numbers and really started focusing on creating a lovely family with members who really care about each other. And right now, I sometimes struggle with getting a bit overstressed because there are just so many things to arrange at this point. So I hope in 2021 I will be a bit better with organizing stuff.
All right, my next question is, what is your favorite club memory?
Oh, there's a lot. Okay, my favorite club memory was when it was Halloween and we did a really big club event, and the whole club came and it was just really fun. It was just messing around, and
doing completely nothing, but we went on like a little trail ride and we all was bonding, talking, and it was just a really good moment to spend with everyone. I think we got to know a lot of people that day, and it just meant the world to me. And since that day, I have never forgot about it. And it's really something that I definitely found one of my favorite memories in RDL, because all of us was together and spending time with each other. So I think, yeah, that's my favorite.
My favourite memory probably with Fox Dukes was actually our 6 months open event where we have a girl Point Haven, where she decided to come to our open event, that made my day. We just thought it was so much fun. We just played some games and I just felt like everything was coming together. Like we finally were a club for a reason. I'm probably just motivated to come to the event, but people are just motivated to try and make me happy. It's really nice. And just our crazy events where everyone's just having as much fun as they can. And it makes me really happy to see that I'm making people happy by giving them this group of people to be with.
My favourite memory is a really strange one. So it was like after an event and like half of the club were on call and we watched this thing and we found it the most hilarious thing. It was about like dandelions and we just found it so funny and we couldn't stop laughing for about half an hour. It was just a legendary moment.
I think my most favorite memory of Royal Flowers is when we finished our routine for trainee trials for SSD. We worked very hard for that routine and it was finally finished, and we just celebrated with just a parade around Steve's. Yeah, we grabbed our Jorvik wild horses and we did a parade around Steve's, and it was really fun.
What would you say your tips are for getting members in your club?
Okay, so my tip, some tips I have is maybe starting a social media platform like Instagram and opening up an application form just in like Google Forms or something, because it just looks more professional, and I feel like that might attract a few people. Definitely like being active in game. I feel like talking to a lot of people, being around a lot of people, and communicating with lots of people throughout playing Star Stable. And I feel like people get to know you better, and the closer you get, maybe they might want to join your club, or they might see you guys around doing events and they might want to join. So definitely being active in game as well. I think that's very important.
My probably number one tip is you will start off small. Like if you look at a huge club, they started off somewhere. For example, I started with a tiny club called Sky Saddles about 8 months ago now. But I've just been growing and learning as a club owner. You have to be patient. It's not going to happen overnight. it's taken me so long to get as far and find the right people to be in a club with. But just don't give up, and also don't like slip your rules for one person, because for example, if one person's being inactive and you don't want to lose a member, so instead you just decide to let them off, more members will start doing that. So really, not be strict, but be strict enough for everyone to listen, but still respect you, not think you're a horrible owner.
Mine would probably have like an Instagram, a very active Instagram as well. That'll really make people, they'll see your club. Take part in open events. They can really boost your popularity because you'll go there and then people will see your club. And if you don't gain, like, you won't have full members by the end of the day. If you just keep on with like 6 members for 2 months, then that might actually lead to something later on. They might be like, oh, this club's very resilient, so I might go over there. And that's just my tip.
I think my tip would be to just go for it. If you really want it, just go for it. Don't give up. And don't make the same mistake I did. I focused way too much on numbers and how many members I had in the. I would much rather have 10 active members and members that are just constantly leaving the club and then coming back and all that kind of things.
All right. My next question is, what gave you the idea to make your club?
Okay, so around 10 months ago, me and my friend Luna, we made RDL, but my biggest inspiration was definitely like my friends and like the people that may have joined, or like the people supporting me. I also saw other clubs around and really wanted to make my own. And before I made RDL, the club that I was in before that recently got disbanded. So I wanted to make a little family with some of the old people from that club. And still to this day, there's still members that I've known for over a year now. So I'm really grateful for that. But yeah.
The reason and motivation why I probably made Footloose was I was in a roleplay club. This was a very long time ago. And I just thought, I don't know, I've been in this club for a while. Imagine if I owned a club like this. So obviously I've been in 3 clubs, including Fox Dukes. So I went and owned Sky Saddles, and then Snow Tigers Inc., and then finally got to Fox Dukes. I chose that name because I really wanted like an animal kind of name. And I just really wanted to have a group of people that like trusted me and relied on me. And I knew that we could like do stuff together and like just get on with each other and just be trusting.
I co-own, so I didn't make the club, but I joined kind of by accident because Hoofy kind of just went up to me and put Pinter one day and kind of just invited me. and I just decided to stay. I don't know why. It just kind of intrigued me, and then from then I went on to be co-owner of Fox Dukes.
Honestly, I don't even know why I created Royal Flowers. My old club had just disbanded when I created Royal Flowers, and I thought, let's try to own a club myself. Keep in mind that I was such a noob. I just started playing SSO for a month or so, and I would have never even imagined it would grow out to become, well, this big, I guess. And I would have never imagined I would still be doing this after a few months. But here I am, owning Royal Flowers for about a year or something.
Was it hard for any of you to actually start your club?
For me, it definitely was. I went through like a lot of stress at the start of owning. As I was new to owning, it was my first time, besides like the little noob clubs I made. But besides from that, it was definitely difficult for me, again, with getting members, getting active members, and just in general, owning the club was pretty stressful at first because it was just facing like reality, how people would join, sometimes leave, there would be club hoppers and drama would break out. So it was definitely hard for me at first.
It was quite hard for me to start Fox Dukes because I had a lot of pressure on me considering I owned a decent club before, and it's just trying to get everyone active, trying to get the server set up, trying to set up Instagrams, and sometimes the stress is just too much, so I need to go on a few days break. But whenever I come back, I'm always happy that I did come back. But club owning isn't easy. You're not just that you can't just be there for the fame. It is hard, and you got to keep trying. You can't just be there to feel like, oh, I own a good club. It's a lot more than it looks. Club owners put so much effort and time into events, and some people just don't really realize or respect that.
I'd probably say the hardest part was getting active active members for a while. That was a bit of a struggle as we had a point in time where we kind of just flopped in our activeness. That was definitely quite a challenge.
So starting Royal Flowers was less of a struggle than I thought. I already had a lot of friends who wanted to join because our old club just disbanded. So we had a great start, but there were of course a lot of hard moments, and I've struggled a lot in 2020, mainly because I was overstressed a lot because I couldn't take it sometimes. But I love Royal Flowers and I love all the members, and all the hard work is so worth it.
What are some turnoffs for when applying to a club, in your opinion?
I think things that possibly make someone not want to join is like seeing, let's say, if someone's having a go at someone, you need to try and cope with it in a professional manner. Like, if someone's getting a bit angry at you, you just gotta get on with it. And for applying, if you've like got like a massive application form, people can get bored halfway through and just not bother with it. So you have to try and make it interesting, like ask some nice, interesting questions, and you just got to try and be as nice as you can, because someone's not going to join a club with like a horrible owner or something.
I'd say the turn-off for me is probably seeing clubs that get involved in a lot of drama. I don't really like to get involved with that kind of thing. So that's definitely something I really like to avoid when looking for a club.
For me, it would be a club who is not organized, even though I also struggle with that sometimes, but I have a good team that supports me. But I really don't like chaos, so if a club is very chaotic, I would personally not apply.
What made you pick your club theme?
Okay, so sorry. I missed that. My microphone wasn't working. Could you possibly repeat that?
Yeah, so what made you pick your club's theme?
Okay, so I with Road of Legacy, I took my inspiration for the theme of the name. I thought like I wanted to go something really elegant and something very very pastel colors. Like I wanted things to look very, elegant looking and everything. The theme, I wanted it to be kind of like a snow theme in a way, as like we're like winter birds, and I kind of, yeah, that's my inspiration for the theme. But yeah, mainly just like wanted it to look elegant, because like for me, when I think of doves, it just reminds me of something really elegant and flowy and like, just chill and subtle and everything. So yeah.
So our theme has had lots of ups and downs. Originally, because of our fox name, we wanted to be orange, but we realised we kind of got our dukey side of things. We thought we'd have obviously our chestnut English thoroughbred and our navy blue uniform, which I think worked out pretty nicely actually. And I've never seen a club with that uniform and club horse before, so I think that makes us feel quite unique, and we kind of stand out. Like we're waiting, the Rodney really like, oh, that's definitely Fox Shoots because of their unique uniform, and it's just something different to what I usually do with uniforms and themes.
I think a nice part of our thing is like it's like the contrast of like the fox bit with the chestnut thoroughbred, and then the Duke bit, which is like the navy uniform, which I feel like is quite a royal colour. We also stand out a lot, which is very nice, because most clubs will use like a Frisian or an Andy, and that really makes us stand out.
For royal flowers, I think my favorite color is pink. Like I really, really, really love pink, and I wanted a club with a pink uniform, and back in the day, it was 2019, I think, there were not a lot of clubs who had a pink uniform. And so I thought, like, let's try to be unique and have a pink uniform.
What are some ways you manage your club? Like, do you have a daily routine in terms of owning your club?
For Rhoda's Legacy, we have a weekly calendar that comes out every Saturday, which tells our members just what we're doing on that day, so then we don't have to answer questions constantly and repeatedly. So they can just look back on the calendar. We have a certain channel for it, so they can just go look in our Discord server, check what day it is, and like what day what day practice is on, and what time it is, where you need to be, what you need to do. That's one of our routines that we do. We go off by a calendar. On something that we always do is we always have like a free day or like a fun event. So not just dressage, we have like game nights, and they're normally on our Wednesday night when Sase was updating. So yeah.
We have our club events for 45 minutes, 6:30 till 7:15. We don't have them every day. We have about 4 to 5 a week, since we don't want to have too many events for us members. I feel like they're getting to have to come to an event every day. They might not feel as like in control of what they're doing. They might feel quite forced around what they're doing. And personally, we have our own calendar on Star Stable and Discord. We try and keep them both as up to date as we can. But we don't really have to worry with times as much because we're all on the UK server, all in UK regions as well. So we've not got any issues with that. And that's all really.
I feel like we have got quite an even warning system that really helps. So we have about 4 activeness strikes, and they reset every month. And then we obviously have warnings for like drama and that kind of thing. We have pretty schedules, usually always 6:30. And it's just quite an easy system.
I
We have
will
some quite easy
post
systems.
a picture of
Yeah.
the calendar for the upcoming month, and they can just see what kind of events are going to happen. And we have 2 leaders right now. One of the leader takes care of she takes care of our Discord, our open Discord, and our Instagram, and the other leader takes care of creating events, fun events like game nights and other fun stuff.
All right, and my last question is, what is the message behind your club and what do you do?
Okay, so RDL is a dressage club. We are just a really close family. We rather
The meaning behind Fox Dukes is probably just somewhere to have a bit of a laugh, but at the same time to improve what we're doing and just get better at what we want to get better at, like your liberty, and just generally mess around, have a bit of fun, which is really what makes Fox Dukes sometimes, but we like just trying to get along and seem like a fun place to be in. It's not very good when you're very professional, but you get there and everyone's on mute and no one talks to each other. So the meaning behind Fox Dukes is probably just to have fun.
Yeah, we're definitely like a big old family in Fox Dukes. We're often known as like the cute club around Soda. And we really just try to aim on being really close, and we never get any drama really. We're all, yeah, very close, and we've honestly got some great friendships, and that's kind of the true meaning behind Fox Dukes.
So Royal Flowers is a dressage club or family. We really want to grow as a team and help each other grow as a person. We are creating strong bonds with each other while also
here and working with us. Alright, and that is it for the Q&A for day 1. We'll be starting meet and greets in about 15 minutes. So we'll be having Jorvik Witches and Ocean Town on Night Star and Thunder Mystery on Soda Night. Thank you all for coming to this live stream. The next one will be starting in a few minutes.